Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Time starts now.
Okay, our production company is called KSH Productions, and it's a mixture of all our initials. Our production company produces quite a wide range of different genres, from comedy, action, to thriller and horror, but we specialise in thriller and horror, and that's what we're going to base our film around.
Our movie is called Several Sins. The storyline is basically a bunch of friends that go to the library to go and get a book to study with. Once we go home, one of the girls, who happens to be a goth, collects the book that she saw from a movie, The Craft. When they go back to the house, they start reading the book, and one of the girls reads it. Basically, they form a ritual, and a demon starts to possess them, and at the end they're trying to basically free themselves from possession.
Our title was inspired by one of the capital vices in Western religion, so the 7 deadly sins, and that links to kind of our thriller aspect of not knowing what's going to happen and the actual storyline of our film.
The cast that are playing inside our movie is going to be Nicola Peltz, because she's seen as a dumb blonde, and especially inside horror movies and supernatural movies, you see a lot of dumb blondes, and I feel like it would suit the movie. Zendia Coleman has been given the role because she's able to agree with the majority of the people, and that she can take charge of most of the whole group.
Selena Gomez was given the role because we felt that she would be able to present the character who is the protagonist, the gothic teen, and the movie kind of is like isolated. The movie kind of goes around her, and we felt that she would be perfect for the role. And Chloe Montez as well, because in her previous movie she's seen as the leader of groups, and yeah, we felt that she would work well in this movie. All of the characters that we casted, the actors that we casted, are all teenage girls, and they fit the role that we've given them.
We chose the genre, our overall genre is thriller, but we also have a subgenre of dark fantasy. It will be thriller because we're going to have loads of jumpy scenes, and there's going to be unexpected scenes that you won't really see coming. And also dark fantasy because of the witchcraft and the book and the supernatural things that are going to be going on in the movie. So that's why we've got the subgenre of dark fantasy.
For our movie research, we looked at The Craft and Jawbreaker. For The Craft, common themes that we had in common with it was thriller and fantasy, and it kind of linked to our storyline as well, because it was about teenage girls and them experimenting with elements of magic. And with Jawbreaker, we linked more to the thriller aspect of it, and it links to the concept of crime and emphasizes on the murder, which is kind of part of their storyline, whereas we'll emphasize on the idea of the sins, which links back to our storyline.
We chose to base our movie more around The Craft. As you can see, there's 4 main characters in The Craft. We have 4 main characters in ours, and it's about ritual and medieval spell book. So we based ours mainly on The Craft, but also along with Jawbreaker. We had age rating 12 or 15. We didn't know which one to choose, but we decided to overall go with 12 because we did not have no gory scenes, we did not have blood, we did not have any nudity in our movie, so it couldn't be classed as a 15, and it was age appropriate for those 12 and over.
The location that we were going to be choosing for the movie would be a library, because a lot of when the character has to find a book, she has to go to the library and go pick it up for when they're studying inside the room. Then and the other location is the apartment, where the main things will be happening. For example, the demons and the spiritual elements will be taking place.
And the locations that we picked were both in Homington, just so we can show how the characters are urban characters and our film is a modern base film.
We have easy access to both locations. The hardest one that we had to get access to was the library, because they want us to be quiet and they might not feel comfortable with us shooting in the library, but we came to an understanding and basically they agreed with us, and the house is easy access because one of us lives there.
The mise-en-scène for the movie would be that there will be a lot of, for especially the Gov character, the costume will have to be very young, and especially because a lot of black will have to be worn because she's representing the Gov character. The props that we may use are candles, because it's a common theme in thrillers and horror movies, and especially that to represent the demons and the spiritual elements. Knives and razors could be used to cause a lot of alert for the audience. That would basically it's very effective in horror and supernatural performances. Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions from any students around? Okay, can you just, sorry, I'm just a bit unclear as to what happens in the first 2 minutes.
The first 2 minutes of the opening?
Yeah.
The first 2 minutes just consist of the girls meeting in the library, and it will show them like their relationship with each other, and them picking up the book, which is kind of the catalyst of the rest of the movie, because it triggers all the spiritual and the events in the rest of the movie. And then so we'll show the library scene in which the girls meet and pick up the book, and after that we will show events beginning to occur in the household, and that will be our opening.
Okay. And did you have any sort of responses from audience research, questionnaire?
From our audience research, at first we was going to make our film more horror based, but from our audience research we found that the audience preferred things not to be more physical and gory, but more exciting in a way. So we settled on thriller.
Okay, any other questions from anyone else? Okay, thank you very much, guys. That was just over 8 minutes, that's fine.